Alright, decided to go ahead and do just a quick overview of the Titan. After about a week of use, I got a couple things that the Titan could use some areas of improvement in. The main thing is the battery. They do have an application called Battery Saver. Sorry for the glare, guys. Decided to come outside. It was beautiful. This is the Battery Saver application. And the Battery Saver, as you can see, it's 3 hours ago since I unplugged it, and there's 9 hours left. Now, one thing is, I am a heavy user. I'll say that. I mean, I'm tons of use on this phone. So, if you're a heavy user, I'm gonna say you'll get about 8 to 12 hours of usage without a charge. I mean, you have to really be a heavy user. But if you're just the average user, you should be able to make it through an entire day with no problems. I think you won't have any problem. The average user won't have any problems. Other than the battery, and that's not really a huge complaint. I expect it to have not the greatest battery life, but it is an issue sometimes, you know. So I have chargers all over the place, though, car chargers, and I charge at work and home. But the battery. And the other thing that I would say could use a little bit of improvement is the RAM, the processing RAM. Having 512 of RAM, Windows phones don't need a lot, but it would have been nice to see a gig of RAM. Other than that, you know, I can't find many things to complain about. As you can see, I've put a case on it, and the case does not add much thickness at all. Take the case off here. As you can see, the phone without the case, and when you put the case back on it, it's not much thickness. Nothing's really added to it. It's a real thin case. I would definitely recommend putting a case on this. Got a little chip on it already, so I would definitely recommend that you put a case on it. Other than that, I think one thing I've noticed is the sound quality. I think I talked about this in another video, but the sound quality is just terrific. You can tell that it has the SRS surround. It's really good, nice high quality speakers, and I think you'll be impressed with that. Even though it just seems to have this little speaker grill right there, I think you'll be really impressed with the sound quality. I've been really impressed with it. I've recently purchased a Need for Speed, and I give a lot of gameplay. It has great graphics. I don't think that there'll be a problem, or you'll have a problem with the graphics. Internet browsing is decent. There are some things that it lacks, but you know, Flash is being stopped anyway, so what's the big deal? HTML5 is one that is definitely, it's there. It's going to be one of the main catches. So as you can see, I loaded up this page, and it loaded extremely fast. The processor does pretty good. It does pretty well. It's loading these pages extremely fast. But some of the Android phones I've used, and you can see the pinch to zoom is just magnificent. It's extremely responsive, the screen is. But some of the other phones that I've used, mainly Android, the Android is a lot, it needs some work. Now I do have a Galaxy S2, and it is fast. No lag, nothing. But this phone appears to have a smoother, more polished grip on the device itself, the OS, when it's linked with the OS, because I'm pretty sure this OS is built based on the phone. So In Android, you can put that anywhere. So I think you'll be extremely happy with the web browser. And let me see if I can get into a video within the browser, and I'll show you what it does. It just pops open the player. I think you'll be really happy if you were to decide to purchase the phone. Now, some things I did hear people, some comments in another video saying, hey, what about the size of the phone? Okay, the phone may have a 4.7-inch screen, but do your research and look at the specs of the phone. It's only 9.9 millimeters thick, and then also it's all screen. It's not the Galaxy the Galaxy Note, Samsung Galaxy Note. That's a huge phone because it has a 5.3-inch screen, and at the same time, it has a pretty good bezel on it.
What's up, everyone?
This phone itself is not as big as what you think it is. So don't be deterred by the size of the phone. It's not a big phone. I have another video that I can put up and show you the size where I compare it to a couple of other phones. But all in all, I think you'll be extremely happy. Let me play this video real quick here. Just give you a quick sample.
John Rettinger from Techno Buffalo here with an unboxing for you of one of my favorite phones from
and you can see the volume is on 22,
This is the
but it's very clear.
HTC built Sensation XL. There's a lot of phone to like about this guy. When I saw the screen during a hands-on demo, it was probably one of the most impressive screens I'd ever seen. The resolution is not the best out there, but the way the screen actually looks and the way it appears to your eyes, whether you've got glasses or in direct sunlight, was really impressive. So I'm excited to go ahead and dig in and see if this guy that's...
And there you go. You can see some video playback on there. The video is the video playback on this thing is just gorgeous. Gaming is really good. The social networking that's built in, I think you'll be extremely pleased. You can see the contacts. It's just beautiful. It's a beautiful experience with the contacts, and just anything built around Windows Phone 7 has a much more rich display, or it has a rich feel to it compared to Apple and Android, which are starting to appear a little outdated. Especially Apple. Android, yeah, we have ice cream coming, so that's definitely going to make things a lot better for Android. But as far as Apple goes, they're extremely outdated. They haven't really done anything to the UI, and it's just become almost boring, if you will. Now, I'm not bashing Apple. Those of you know I did do a transition to Apple, but it didn't last long. Very limited operating system, and more so the younger crowd would probably be appealed to the Apple products. Just my opinion. But this operating system, it appears to be really polished. Even though it's a young operating system, it still appears to be extremely fluid. For it to be running only 512 of RAM, I'm shocked. It does very well. I think you'll be extremely pleased in a lot of ways. This is playback. Turn the volume down. Extremely loud. Great playback. I mean, the YouTube application is very nice. I think you'll be pleased with the HTC YouTube application. It's just a great experience. I like the design of Windows Phone 7. I think most people who are in the technology world, or you're just into technology, there's no denying that Windows Phone 7 is a force to be reckoned with. I guess that's the best way to say it. I mean, yeah, as you can see, if you heard recently that it just passed RIM in several areas. Here's their store, by the way. This is a Microsoft store. You can actually purchase directly from here. Just call and order. But I think you'll be extremely pleased with the HTC Titan. It is a little pricey. I'll go ahead and go to, let's go to Amazon. It's a little pricey, but if you have it and you want it, don't limit yourself. Go ahead and get it. I mean, that's the only way you'll get a chance to experience some of the great devices out there. So there's the price on Amazon, and that's new. If you look on eBay, you might be able to see it for under $6 or $6 or less. But I think you'll be extremely pleased with the device itself. I think that you won't have a problem with the phone crashing, nothing of that nature. It just I just don't have any problems with it. It just does very well. After just a week of use, I've already figured out that I probably need to turn off a lot of the email. I have five different email accounts synced, and yeah, it's best to just turn those off. And but it's up to you. I mean, if you want to save some battery, you probably would want to turn them off. But I think that overall you'll be extremely pleased, and you'll be really happy with your purchase. I'm going to sign off right here. Thank you very much.